Today's lesson is multiplying and dividing numbers in scientific notation. Multiplying numbers in scientific notation. Consider this problem. 7 and 6/10 times 10 to the negative fourth power times 4 and 8/10 times 10 to the negative sixth power. We can multiply numbers in any order we like. So we think of this problem like this. 7 and 6/10 times 4 and 8/10 times 10 to the negative fourth power times 10 to the negative sixth power. When we multiply 7 and 6/10 times 4 and 8/10, we get 36 and 48 hundredths. And 10 to the negative fourth power times negative 10 times 10 to the negative sixth power, we get 10 to the negative 10th power, because negative 4 plus negative 6 is negative 10. So we ask the question, is this product in scientific notation? Hopefully you're looking at this and answering no, it is not, because this 36 cannot be considered scientific notation because it needs to be a number between 1 and less than 10. So we would then say it is 3 and 648 thousandths times 10 to the negative 9th. All right. We're going to work through these one problem at a time. Here's the first problem. You go ahead and do it on your own. Come back and I will talk you through it. Okay, so we have 2 and 9/10 times 10 to the negative 7th, times 6 and 8/10 times 10 to the negative 11th. We multiply 2 and 9/10 times 6 and 8/10, and we get 19 and 72 hundredths. And then we have 10 to the 7th times 10 to the negative 11th. 7 plus negative 11 gives us negative 4. And then to get this into scientific notation, we move our decimal over one place in between the 1 and the 9. And then we have to move our exponent to a negative 3. All right, so then there's our next problem. And you can go ahead and do it and come back and see it in a minute. Okay, so here we are again. We've got 6 and 4 tenths times 10 to the negative 6 times 9 and 8/10 times 10 to the negative 10 to the second. 6 and 4 tenths times 9 and 8/10 gives us 62 and 72 hundredths. And 10 to the negative 6 times 10 to the second gives us 10 to the negative fourth. And we move our decimal to fall in between the 6 and 2, and our exponent becomes a negative 3. All right, and our last one is here. You go ahead and pause it and do it, and come back. Here we have 3 and 6/10 times 1 and 7/10, which gives us 6 and 12/10, and 10 and to the 9th times 10 to the 5th gives us 10 to the negative 4th, and 6 and 12 hundredths is already in scientific notation written out that way. So we are finished with that problem. Okay, so when we divide numbers in scientific notation, we look at the problem 5 and 46 hundredths times 10 to the 28th divided by 6 and 5/10, times 10 to the 24th. Now, when we look at this, really the way we should look at this problem would be written as a division problem like this. All right, so when we look at this, it helps us to look at this part separately from this part. And when we look at 5 and 46 hundredths divided by 6 and 5/10, we're going to get 84 hundredths. And when we look at 10 and 28, so 10 to the 28th over 10 to the 24th, or divided by, we're going to get this, 10 to the 4th. Now, when we look at this problem, hopefully we're seeing this is not scientific notation, because there's a 0 in 84 hundredths, or 84 hundredths, not a 1 to a 9 in front of that decimal. So we know it is not in scientific notation, and we need to fix it to be 8 and 4/10 times 10 to the 5th power. sorry, this is 8, and this is to the 3rd power. I went the wrong way. Kept going, in the habit of going bigger. So, we'll finish this in a few minutes. So here are the first 2 problems to do on your own. Go ahead and do those. We'll come back and look at them, and then we'll do the 3rd. So here, I will continue with them. Hopefully you paused them and already did them. So the first one, we get 5 and 452 thousandths divided by 5 and 8 tenths. And we get 94 hundredths. And 10 twelfths divided by 10, or 10 to the 12th divided by 10 to the 3rd, and we get 10 to the 9th. So then we put it into scientific notation by moving our decimal 1 over to the right, and we our exponent becomes the 10. So we got 9 and 4 tenths times 10 to the 10th. At number 2, we've got 3 and 915 thousandths divided by 8 and 7 tenths. And we get 45 hundredths. And 10 and 23 hundredths divided by 10 and 7 tenths. And we get 10 to the 16th. And then we got to put that into scientific notation. We get 4 and 5 tenths times 10 to the 17. And then our last problem is this. Go ahead and copy it down and pause it and do the problem, and then come back and watch what I get as I explain it. So the last one, we get 8 and 878 thousandths divided by 4 and 6 tenths. We get 193 thousandths. And then 10 to the 9th power divided by 10 to the 5th power, we get 10 to the 4th power. So when we finish this one, we are in scientific notation, and that is it. We'll be practicing in class next time we see each other, and I hope that you enjoyed our lesson. If you have any questions, please bring them to class the next time we see each other. Thank you.